Paris. The name alone conjures images, lights, romance, a certain kind of magic. It's a city that gets under your skin. It whispers promises of art, of love, of life lived fully. Some say it's overrated, a cliché. They haven't looked close enough. They haven't felt its pulse. This city, it's a beautiful, complicated beast. It draws you in like a siren's call. People come here chasing dreams, artists, writers, chefs, lovers, lost souls. They search for something, inspiration, escape, a new beginning. Paris offers it all, or seems to. The reality can be harsher, more expensive, less forgiving, but the dream? That's powerful. It keeps them coming. It's a city built on dreams and sometimes broken hearts. The allure isn't just the Eiffel Tower or the Louvre, it's in the air. The way the light hits the cobblestones, the scent of rain on old stone, the murmur of conversations spilling from cafés. It's a feeling, a sense of history meeting the now. This city has seen it all, kings and revolutions, famine and feasts, war and peace. And it's still standing, still beautiful, still itself. Paris isn't just a place on a map, it's an idea, a legend, a benchmark. It's a constant presence in our cultural imagination. You think you know it from movies, from books, but you don't. Not until you walk its streets, get lost in its arrondissements, taste its food, drink its wine. Then maybe, you start to understand. Look around, really look, the people of Paris, they are not one thing. This isn't some storybook village frozen in time, it's a living, breathing global city. You'll hear French, of course, but listen closer. Arabic, Wolof, Mandarin, English, dozens more. Faces from every corner of the earth. They call Paris home for a while or forever. Each neighborhood a different world. The chic elegance of Saint-Germain-des-Prés, intellectuals, old money, designer boutiques. Then there's Belleville, or the Goutte d'Or, working class, immigrant communities. Vibrant, loud, full of energy, full of flavors. This is where you find the city's true grit, its evolving soul, away from the tourist throngs. This blend is what makes Paris Paris. The cultures mix, sometimes they clash, mostly they coexist. You see it in the food. A Vietnamese pho next to a classic bistro. A North African tagine a few doors from a creperie. You hear it in the music. Rye beats, jazz riffs, classical strains. It's a constant conversation, a dynamic interplay. This isn't always easy. There are tensions, but it's undeniably alive. This diversity is its strength, its resilience. Generations of newcomers have shaped this city. They brought their traditions, their food, their dreams. They added layers to its already rich history. Paris absorbs them, and is changed by them. It's a city in constant flux, always redefining itself. That's the Paris I find interesting. The Parisian day starts with a ritual, usually coffee, strong, often at a zinc bar, standing up, a croissant, flaky, buttery, no messing around. Maybe a quick scan of Le Monde or Le Figaro. No one rushes this moment too much. It's a gear up, a quiet preparation, for the day ahead, for the city outside, the city that demands your attention. Conversation here is an art form, a sport. Parisians love to talk, to argue, to debate, politics, philosophy, art, the meaning of a good cheese. It's rarely superficial. They dive deep, passionately, sometimes stubbornly. Don't be afraid to have an opinion, they respect that, even if they disagree, loudly. It's how they connect, how they sharpen their minds. There's a respect for leisure, for taking time. The lunch break isn't just a sandwich at your desk, it can be a proper meal. 2 courses, maybe wine. Business meetings happen over food, deals are sealed, evenings mean an apéro, a drink before dinner, a moment to unwind, to socialize. The pace might seem slow to outsiders, but it's a deliberate rhythm, a way of savoring life. Politeness is key, but it's a specific kind. Always say bonjour when you enter a shop, merci and au revoir when you leave. These aren't just words, they are acknowledgements, a sign of respect, for the person, for the space. Fail to do this, and you'll feel the chill. It's simple, but it matters. These small gestures oil the wheels of daily life. Market days. They are the lifeblood of the neighborhoods. Each quartier has its own, some big, some small. Producers come from the countryside. Their stalls overflow with fresh produce, cheese, charcuterie. Locals greet vendors by name. They chat, they taste. This isn't just shopping, it's a social event, a connection to the land, to real food, a tradition that stubbornly resists the supermarket. Sunday lunch. For many families it's sacred, a long, leisurely affair. Multiple courses, kids, grandparents, aunts, uncles, all gathered. It's about more than just eating. It's about connection, about passing down stories, about reinforcing family bonds. In a fast-moving city, this tradition anchors them. A weekly pause, a moment of togetherness. Bastille Day, July 14th, the Fête Nationale, the whole city erupts, in celebration, in pride, military parades on the Champs-Élysées, jets overhead, but it's the evening that truly comes alive. Fireworks at the Eiffel Tower, a spectacular show. People dance in the streets. At firemen's balls, it's a reminder of revolution, of liberty, a day when Paris lets its hair down, and then there's the quiet love for books. The bouquinistes along the Seine, their green boxes, filled with old books, prints, postcards. They've been there for centuries. A literary landmark. Parisians read. On the metro, in parks, in cafés. Bookshops are plentiful, cherished. This city has a deep, abiding respect for the written word. It's part of its soul, its intellectual heritage. Section 5. Echoes of History. How the Past Forged Paris. This city is old, really old. It started as Lutetia, a Roman settlement. You can still see traces like the Arenys de Lutèce. Then came the Franks and the medieval kings. Notre Dame rose, a testament to faith and ambition. The Marais, with its narrow, winding streets, whispering tales of a different era. Every corner you turn, history breathes. The stones themselves seem to hold memories. Layers upon layers, civilizations built on top of each other. You can feel it walking through the Latin Quarter. Students have walked these same streets for 800 years. The Sorbonne, a beacon of learning. Palaces became museums, royal gardens became public parks. The past isn't confined to textbooks here, it's an integral part of the urban fabric. Then came Haussmann in the mid-19th century. He ripped through medieval Paris. Contentious, brutal, but he created the city we largely see today. Wide boulevards, grand apartment buildings, uniform facades, designed for air, for light, for control. It changed Paris forever, made it modern. Some say it sanitized it, robbed it of its gritty charm. Others argue it saved it, made it livable. This weight of history is palpable. It shapes the Parisian mindset, a sense of continuity, a pride in their heritage, and sometimes a resistance to change. The city's layout, its architecture, its very identity, all are products of this long, complex past. You can't understand Paris today without understanding where it came from. The ghosts of its past walk with you. Section 6. Turning Points, Revolutions, Rebellions and Renaissances. The French Revolution, 1789. It wasn't just a Parisian event, it shook the world. Liberty, equality, fraternity, ideals born in blood. The storming of the Bastille, the reign of terror. The guillotine's shadow fell long and dark. Paris was the epicenter, the stage for this grand drama. It redefined power, society, human rights. The echoes of that revolution still resonate. The Belle Epoque, late 19th, early 20th century. A golden age, or so it seemed. Art flourished, Impressionism, Art Nouveau, the Moulin Rouge, can-can dancers, absinthe dreams, scientific innovation, the World's Fairs, the Eiffel Tower, a period of optimism, of cultural ferment, but beneath the glitter tensions simmered, before the guns of August shattered the illusion. 2 world wars scarred the city, and the nation. World War I bled France white. World War II brought Nazi occupation. A dark chapter, Parisians endured, resisted, collaborated, survived. The liberation in 1944, a moment of pure joy, but the scars remained. Physical, psychological, the city rebuilt, but it would never be quite the same. These conflicts forged a resilience, a certain weariness. May 68, students took to the streets, barricades went up, not of stone but of ideas. They challenged de Gaulle, the old order, consumer society, workers joined them, France ground to a halt. It was a cultural revolution, more than a political one. It changed attitudes, morals, the way people thought. Paris was again at the forefront of upheaval, questioning everything, demanding a different future. Section 7. Quirks of the Code, Navigating Parisian Laws. Paris, like any old city, has its strange laws. Some are relics, forgotten but still on the books. Others are very modern, very specific. It's part of what makes the place unique. You hear stories, like it's illegal to name a pig Napoleon, or that women needed permission to wear trousers, long repealed, thankfully. These tidbits add to the city's quirky charm, a reminder that laws reflect a society's history and hang-ups. More practically, there are rules for daily life. Take bread, for instance, baguette de tradition française. There are laws defining how it must be made, no freezing, only specific ingredients. It's serious business. This protects quality, tradition, the baker's craft. It tells you something important about how much Parisians value their food. Even the humble baguette gets legal protection. Then there are the rules for living together. Noise regulations are strict, especially at night. Terrace culture is huge, but cafés have rules. How much space they can take, when they must close. Dog ownership is common, but so is the expectation of good behavior. And yes, picking up after your chien is definitely the law, though compliance can be inconsistent. These rules try to keep a dense city running smoothly. These laws, big and small, reflect Parisian values. A desire for order, for quality, for civility. Sometimes they seem overly bureaucratic, infuriatingly complex. But they are part of the social contract, the unwritten and written rules of the game. Navigating them is part of the experience. It's about understanding how this particular urban machine works, or at least how it's supposed to. Section 8, a culinary pilgrimage, the taste of Paris. In Paris, food isn't just fuel, it's a religion, it's culture, it's history, it's pleasure. The French don't eat to live, they live to eat. And Paris is their temple, their grandest stage. From the humblest street food vendor, to the 3-star Michelin temples of gastronomy, there's a reverence for ingredients, for technique, a pursuit of flavor that's almost spiritual. Think of the classics, the bistro standards, steak frites, perfectly cooked meat, crispy potatoes, French onion soup, rich broth, caramelized onions, gooey cheese, escargots bathed in garlic butter, a rite of passage. These dishes aren't fancy, they are fundamental, honest, delicious, the bedrock of Parisian cuisine. They tell a story of thrift, of making the most of simple things, and turning them into something extraordinary. And the bakeries, the patisseries, oh man. The smell of fresh bread in the morning, it's intoxicating. Baguettes, croissants, pain au chocolat, each a small masterpiece of flour, butter, and skill. Then the pastries, eclairs, macarons, tarte tatin, little jewels, edible art. Almost too beautiful to eat, almost. This is a daily ritual for many, a small indulgence that makes life better. You can't talk Paris without wine. And cheese, they are essential, part of the DNA. A glass of red with lunch, white with fish, rose in summer. Wine is not just a drink, it's a companion to food, to conversation. And the cheese. Hundreds of varieties, from creamy brie to pungent roquefort. A cheese course is not an option, it's a necessity. Every meal here can be a minor celebration. Section 9. Conclusion. Paris, forever a beacon. So, what is it about Paris? Why does it still hold such power over our imaginations? It's not just the monuments, though they are undeniably grand. The Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, the Arc de Triomphe, they are symbols, anchors, but the city is more. It's a spirit, an attitude, a certain way of seeing the world, a stubborn insistence on beauty, on pleasure, on intellectual life, even when things get tough. This city has an incredible ability to reinvent itself. It absorbs new influences, new people, new ideas, yet it remains unmistakably Parisian. It holds on to its core identity, its history, its traditions, while constantly evolving, adapting, looking forward. This tension between past and future is what makes it so dynamic. It's not a museum, it's a living, breathing organism, always changing, always fascinating. Paris remains a magnet, for dreamers, for creators, for those who seek something more. Artists still flock here, searching for inspiration, for community. Writers try to capture its elusive essence. Lovers walk its bridges, sealing their vows. Thinkers debate in its cafés, shaping new philosophies. It's a city that encourages passion, that thrives on it. It challenges you, it pushes you, it rewards you. Ultimately, Paris endures. It has survived wars, revolutions, plagues, occupations. It has seen empires rise and fall, and through it all, it has maintained its allure, its mystique. It's a city that will seduce you, frustrate you, amaze you. It will get under your skin and stay there. Paris doesn't need your approval, it just is, and it will likely outlive us all, still shining.